Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Heroes Charge. Today we're going to go ahead and we're going to cap off the mini-series that I started for the Hero Trials in Advanced Instances. So the last one that we have here is Cursed City. So as you can see, Cursed City is going to just by default be the instance where you need to select heroes that deal physical damage. Now I've been able to manage to get through difficulty 6. I've not gotten to difficulty 7 or 8, and difficulty 9 is currently locked due to my team level, but with these instances, this is one that's definitely worth pushing forward on. At this particular point in time, some of the gear that my heroes need relies on some of the stuff that, some of the fragments here that are dropped on difficulty 8, which have been able to beat 7, so I'm sure I can't even touch difficulty 8. So definitely one to focus some time and energy to. Now, like I said, it's about dealing physical damage. There are some good heroes that I highly recommend for that. The Dwarf Warrior is a good one, actually. His ultimate is a physical damage type of attack. And in this particular case, I can actually auto-fight this and 3-star it, sometimes at least anyways, but he's pretty good and can hold his own. That's not too bad for a team that doesn't have a healer. Now the thing that usually gets me in trouble when I auto-fight this, I'll be quite frank about it, is my Ninja Assassin. My Ninja Assassin loves, obviously, to jump all the way to the back line, so if I just turn off auto-fight for a second, we'll go ahead. The trick is to getting 3 stars is to kind of save Ninja Assassin until you're about ready to get to that back line of enemies, which right now I'm almost there. We just need to take out this last dragon type guy. Now that we're ready, we can go to the back lines and just let him destroy it. But that's usually the only hiccup that I have. If I auto fight it, he usually goes into that last wave with just enough energy that he's going to end up popping his ultimate a little too soon, and there's going to be just too much coming at him at once, and usually the Ninja Assassin will drop. But again, you want to pick powerful damage or physical damage dealing heroes in this instance. So Fallen Dominion is a classic example. I like the Cloudwalker. I've actually been a fan of the Cloudwalker for a long time, and it hasn't been until probably very recently that I've kind of fallen off with Cloudwalker a little bit. I haven't focused as much time or energy into gearing him up and making sure that he's a very strong hero. I've been kind of focusing on a lot of my other magic damage dealers to kind of build them up that way. So like here we can see kind of going into this last piece, I mean, like, it'll be close, but Ninja Assassin's going to get that energy way too quick. We won't be ready. Cloudwalker is a good option, though. He does deal a lot of physical damage, and he can deal it to multiple enemies as long as they're standing within like the same line of defense. As you can see, Ninja Assassin goes down. Ninja Assassin is actually really good. Very, very strong physical damage dealer. I really like him in a lot of instances. I just haven't invested a lot in gearing him out altogether. And then, of course, I cap it off with Shadowleaf, who is a solid damage dealer. So I guess one thing that you can say about this game is that as you go through the 5 heroes that you start out with, they're actually all pretty good heroes throughout the game. Admiral definitely has her benefits. Ember Star has her benefits. Shadowleaf. And obviously, you guys have already seen me use Chaplain in my previous videos. So, those 4 anyways, they bring a lot of value throughout the entire game. Not just the beginning. Not that there aren't other heroes that are just as good or better. I think it's just kind of that they all have things that can happen for them throughout the progression of the game that keep them relevant. Whereas other heroes, like I feel like my Cloudwalker kind of fits in this category right now. My Cloudwalker used to be one of my best heroes. I used to like constantly consider Cloudwalker as being one of the top heroes that I had to use in the game, and now I don't use Cloudwalker nearly as much as I used to, because I have other heroes that I prefer to use other than Cloudwalker. So Ninja Assassin's a good one. I mean, I know it takes a little bit of time, to build up everything that's necessary in order to acquire him, but he does provide a lot of value on the team and can obviously do big damage in a very short period of time by using his ultimate skill. So we can confirm that after this. We'll look at the damage statistics at the end of this run. Kind of let these guys go. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm able to kind of tear through this one pretty quick, but I have tried difficulty 7, and believe me, I think I got to the second wave before I finally wiped, but in reality, it was a struggle even on the first wave. I mean, I barely made it. I'm pretty sure I had very little time left. So I definitely need to focus some time and some energy on gearing these guys out. Getting my Cloudwalker to +2 or even to red, or getting Ninja Assassin to red. Those things would all be a huge help. So that's actually, I guess now's as good of a time as ever to kind of bring it up, but that's actually something that we'll likely do a little bit deeper of a dive in as a topic on this game, is how to choose the heroes that you need to gear up and focus on. So actually that's not a bad spread of damage, but you can obviously see that my Ninja Assassin, like I said, I kind of called it earlier, my Ninja Assassin is the guy who did the most damage. Which is a little surprising considering Fallen Dominion is geared up, obviously much higher than my Ninja Assassin is. But either way, Shadowleaf, I mean, to be honest, the other alternative to this, because Shadowleaf's damage was so low, I mean, you could try to swap like Shadowleaf for, you could try to swap him for like Emberblade. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. Also found out here that Desert Lycan does decent physical damage. Yeah, I mean, or you could use Commando for the attack buff if people prefer to do it that way. We'll try it with Desert Lycan. To be honest, I don't really use Desert Lycan much, but my team is strong enough that I feel like even if Desert Lycan doesn't really make a big impact, I should easily be able to still kind of rip through this here. We'll see, and I'm just going to keep it on auto fight because I think it should still not be too much of an issue. So obviously we see it's taking Desert Lycan quite a bit of time. So Desert Lycan probably then from this perspective is not going to be the ideal hero. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to wait on him for a second. On Ninja Assassin, that is. Let Cloudwalker do his thing. There we go. Let Ninja Assassin probably gonna still go down. I think I still popped it pretty early, but oh, maybe not. I'm actually a little surprised at that. But let's see here. Desert Lycan. I mean, Desert Lycan still did 149, almost 150k. It didn't feel like he did that much. But yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with that. So there you have it, guys. That was real fast. This obviously is a relatively smooth or easy one, but that concludes the short mini-series that I have started here on the Hero Trials. I will go ahead and I will bring you a couple of episodes with regards to the Time Rift. Those are a little bit challenging in their own right. But we'll go ahead and we'll kind of walk through those, and then we'll probably just get some general, normal, everyday rotational gameplay in, just so that you guys can kind of get an idea of like what the day-to-day looks like, and the best way hopefully to handle it as you guys progress through the game. So that concludes today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button or leave a comment below, and I really look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.